Hi, boys and girls. Happy Monday. It's Mrs. Fitz here to help you with your weekend writing. This is very exciting. I love to hear about all the exciting things that you guys do over your weekend. So let's think about our main idea sentence. Think about what your weekend was mostly about, and think about a describing word that can tell you what it was mostly about. Was it wonderful? Was it fabulous? Was it fun? Was it adventurous? Was it full of excitement? Was it boring? Was it terrible? So, depending upon what happened on your weekend, you're going to use a describing word to tell me about your weekend. So, your very first sentence should include the word weekend, because that's what our story is mostly about, and it should have a describing word. My main idea sentence is, my weekend was a blast and a half. After you write your beginning main idea sentence, you're going to write supporting detail sentences. These sentences explain what you did on your weekend. My sentence is, we played our giant Jenga game outside, period. We also, if you're telling about more than one thing that you did, you might use the transition word also to describe it. We also drove to Marysville to get a bunch of firewood. We had fun exploring nature and being outside in the fresh air. Our friend has horses. We got to watch them gallop around the pasture. I wish it was the weekend all the time. Notice I ended my story with an opinion or something that I think. A lot of times writers end their stories with opinions. Let's go back to my first slide, because as we're writing today, we're going to be thinking about 3 goals. Our first goal is to start your sentence with a capital letter. The next goal is to end your sentences with a punctuation mark. And your third goal is to use finger spacing between words. You always want the person that's reading your story to be able to understand it. So you're going to go back when you're done and highlight each of your capital letters and highlight each of your punctuation marks. So if it was me, I would be highlighting the M in my and the exclamation point. Right after my exclamation point comes a capital W. So I would highlight my W. Then I would come to the end of my next thought or idea and highlight my period. Then I see a capital letter right after my period. We also drove to Marysville to get a bunch of firewood. Highlight my period, highlight my W. Highlight my period at the end of fresh air. Highlight my O at the beginning of a sentence, highlight my period, highlight my W, highlight my period, highlight my I, and then highlight my exclamation point. Please write some detailed sentences today about what you did over your weekend so that during your morning meetings or meetings with your teacher, you can share what you did with your class. All right, boys and girls, have fun writing today.